First tonight, a Nottinghamshire man who was sentenced to death in eastern Ukraine has been reunited with his family today. Aslin's one of 5 British captives who've been freed by Russian-backed forces. They were flown to the Middle East, and tonight Aidan's back with his family in Newark. Our social affairs correspondent Jeremy Ball reports.
A first glimpse of freedom as Aidan Aslin landed at Riyadh last night, a prisoner exchange that was brokered by Saudi Arabia. Aidan's first message as a free man, recorded in mid-flight.
Just want to let everyone know that we're now out of the danger zone and we're on our way home to our families and whatnot.
Aidan's release follows a long, hard campaign by his family in Newark. They were supported here in Nottingham at these regular protests against the Russian invasion. For campaigners who got to know them, Aidan's freedom is a huge relief.
Our WhatsApp group went crazy, so it was amazing news, really amazing news, because obviously he had a death sentence hanging over his head, and we were all thinking the worst at one point. So relief for the family that the best outcome that we could have hoped for has happened.
We've surrendered.
The family's ordeal began 5 months ago when Aidan posted this message that he was surrendering to Russian-backed forces. He'd been part of a Ukrainian military unit trying to hold the city of Mariupol. His grandmother, back in Nottinghamshire, appealed to the Russian president.
President Putin, I do believe, has got the power to stop this. From the bottom of my heart, I plead, please, let these guys go.
This documentary showed Aidan serving as a Ukrainian Marine before being captured. He'd lived there for years. His fiancée's Ukrainian.
In a sense, it is like my war, because even though I'm not Ukrainian, this is on my doorstep.
Aidan's captors accused him of being a foreign mercenary, but his family say he was in the process of getting Ukrainian citizenship. News of his release was tweeted by their Nottinghamshire MP.
Immense sense of relief. They've been through months of torture, strain and stress as a result of this. First his capture, then being put on trial in this sort of kangaroo court and sentenced to death by firing squad. The not knowing, the images of him being beaten and mistreated by the Russian authorities. I just think it's the most wonderful news.
And tonight, a new photo. Aidan safe, alive and reunited with his fiancée Diana, who's described his release as a miracle.
Well, Jeremy's in Newark now. Jeremy, what's been the reaction from Aidan's family tonight?
Well, we've heard from his mother, Angela Wood, Emily, who has said that she is elated, as you can imagine. She's still in shock. She said she thought this day would never happen, and she described how they were reunited early this morning at a hotel near Heathrow Airport before coming back to Newark. She said the first thing she did was give Aidan a big hug, but she says she's horrified by some of the details of his ordeal, and they're all going to need a lot of time to recover.
And has she given any more detail about the way he was treated?
Well, she says what happened to him basically broke the Geneva Convention. It was inhumane, she said, and she talked about how difficult it was to watch Aidan being paraded on Russian state television for propaganda purposes. She's also revealed that she was actually contacted by Russian separatists who tried to blackmail her, who asked for money. And at times she said, I never thought I'd see Aidan alive again. Well, tonight Angela's asking for privacy. She's also thanked everybody here in the UK, also in Ukraine and Saudi Arabia, who helped secure his release. And she said she's very proud of what Aidan did to defend Ukraine.
OK, Jeremy, thanks very much.